First off, congrats to Louisiana Lafayette on the win. It was a great game. Tough conditions out there, but proud of our players. Wish we would have won on the senior day. They're hurting in the locker room right now, like we all are, but we're going to bounce back and get ready for Georgia Southern.
All right, our first question is from Ethan Joyce, the Winston-Salem Journal.
Hey, Shawn. I guess first off, could you just kind of take us through how you're managing the game late there, starting with the long touchdown drive and kind of going through the last little few minutes there?
Yeah, we had all three timeouts, and we're still our normal offense, and we got the ball back there. We had one timeout. We were going to take it down, and it worked. Really, it's how we wanted it. We had a chance for 2 shots to the end zone, and a chance to tie it there at the end. But we were going for the win, and we had saved our timeouts for that same scenario.
I know you guys are able to put that scoring drive together, but I just wonder, what did you see that kind of kept the offense from really getting started in the second half, and what finally broke free for you guys?
I don't know. We executed. Our players executed and made some plays out there, but they were giving us some run plays, and we're going to take them. They were dropping some guy in coverage and doubling team and Hennigan and Virgil, so the running game was open, and it was just a normal offense.
Lastly, I guess at the end of the first half, you guys take a timeout right before Chandler comes out for his field goal. And it kind of set up a weird scenario where Louisiana was able to get some points out of that before the half ended. I guess what was kind of going on there that led to that sequence?
Well, we were thinking about going for fourth down, but it was right at Chandler's distance he could make it from. And I want to make sure we had the perfect play. And then when we talked to Chandler, he said he could make it, and I trusted him. And we went for the field goal, but at one point we were going to go for it because we thought it was out of his range.
All right, next we'll go to David Ware, App State Mania.
Shawn, the conditions you mentioned, what did you feel like you were capable of doing in the passing game realistically tonight?
The passing game was tough. The balls were wet, wind was blowing, raining, sleeting a little bit, but we knew we had to run the football, and it came down to turnovers. We knew that if we could win the turnover battle, we had a chance to win the football game. And I think we had 3 turnovers on offense. And you're not going to win big-time football games if you have 3 turnovers, and those, especially versus a very good football team.
Defensively, Lewis, who's a very elusive player to begin with, really hurt you with his legs in the first half, kind of getting out on the boot, getting out on the edge. What were the things you guys tried to adjust at halftime to maybe get him contained a little bit more?
Well, there was one time we had a chase call on. The linebackers to be over the top for contain. And the next one we didn't have a chase call on. He chased it. So again, that was the key all week, to make him stay in the pocket, make him throw the football, and a couple times he broke loose and made plays.
Last question for me, as far as pass protection goes, 3 sacks tonight. Not a ton of sacks this season, but more than App is used to giving up. And certainly that protocol as well as anybody. What was going on with pass coverage tonight? Were they just pinning their ears back because they knew you were in that position?
Yeah, we lost our one-on-one battles up front. And that's something that we take a lot of pride in around here, and 3 sacks is way too many. We'll sit down and look at it, make sure the right personnel in there and move on. But yeah, 3 sacks was way too many for our program. All
right, we'll wrap up going back to Ethan Joyce, Winston-Salem.
I just want to ask you, Zach has 2 interceptions tonight. And I just wonder what, in those scenarios, do you see some similarities in some of the plays in the past where, maybe it's a decision or maybe it's trying to force the ball? Can you kind of see what's going on in those sequences that maybe cause some of those turnovers tonight?
Well, the defensive end dropped in coverage, and Zach tried to throw a little 9 ball over top of him, and the guy made a great play. And the one down on their sideline, they rolled a single high safety, and it was a one-on-one battle. It was a one-on-one shot, and we kind of underthrew a little bit. The guy made a great play, but those are plays that he makes, but didn't make tonight. But I mean, they both made great plays on those plays.
I guess, how do you just try to keep from getting frustrated in a game when the fumble pops up in this game, and that's something that you've been frustrated with all season? And then, a couple of mistakes kind of add on to that too.
What was that again? I'm sorry.
I was saying, I guess, how do you kind of cope with the mistakes in game, just with, the fumble happens with Cam, and I know that's something that's been something you guys have harped on all season. I guess, how do you not let it build up in a game when the mistakes are kind of still coming?
Well, it's frustrating. It's not only frustrating for me, it's frustrating for our players. They're making those mistakes. It's something that we handle in practice. We do turnover circuits. I mean, and it's still happening. So we have to stop the bleeding. And again, that was one of the keys of victory today was no turnovers. And we had 3, but Cam got hit on the shoulder. He had to go in and get checked out on the shoulder. That hurt a little bit, and the 2 picks. So it's frustrating, but again, I'm very proud of our players. They fought to the very end. This way, true Mountaineers do.